All right, welcome. This is our regular meeting of the Mason County Commission for April 27th, 2021. We will begin with our Pledge of Allegiance. Ross, would you do us the honor of leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
I sure would. It's an honor. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the country for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ross.
You're welcome.
First item of business, roll call.
Commissioner District 1, Randy Netherland.
Here.
Commissioner District 2, Kevin Schutte.
Here.
Commissioner District 3, Sharon Trask.
I'm here.
Thank you. Item number 4, correspondence and organizational business. Do we have correspondence to come before the body?
We do. Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board sent in the following: a marijuana and liquor license due to expire, change of corporate officers for Green State Indoor Incorporated, and special occasion liquor license for Summit Pacific Medical Foundation to be held at the Salish Cliffs Golf Club. And Mission Real Estate Group LLC sent in a letter regarding the sewage spill at 18285 East State Route 3 in Allen, Washington.
Thank you. News release, temporary weekend closure for MCRA Park for field weed treatment. Ross.
Yes, good morning, Commissioners. I have a news release that I would like to propose that we do a temporary closure of the MCRA Park for weed treatment. I'll read it as the following. Mason County will be temporarily closing the MCRA Park located at 2100 East Johns Prairie Road in Shelton, Washington, the weekend of Saturday, May 1st through Sunday, May 2nd, in order to provide a weed treatment system on the 7 ball diamond outfields and the interior park grounds. Due to it being a chemical work being done and performed, Mason County Recreational Area Park, we are asking that they refrain from using the park during this project. Citizen safety is a top priority for county, and we appreciate compliance with the temporary park closure and ask that all residents avoid entering the park. No events have been scheduled on these days to assist with the citizens' safety. For further information, please contact Mason County Parks and Trails Office at 360-427-9670, extension 353. We would like to send this out to all of our public information offices and put also onto our social media.
Thank you very much. Mackenzie, is there any other correspondence or organizational business to come before the body?
No, there is not.
Thank you. We will move over to item number 5, which is our open forum for citizens input. This is the opportunity for the community and citizens to talk to the commission about items that are not on the agenda. If they are on the agenda, we ask that you hold off and wait until it comes up, and you'll be given an opportunity to testify at that time. There's a 3-minute maximum per person and a total of 15 for everybody, so make it brief if you do have to speak. I don't see anybody on, but if anybody would like to speak on the open forum portion, please unmute yourself and make your name be known. Anybody for open forum? Hearing none, we will move over to item number 6, adoption of the agenda.
Mr. Chair, I move that we adopt the agenda as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded for the adoption of the agenda as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. Item number 7, approval of the minutes.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of the March 22nd, 2021 briefing minutes and April 13th, 2021 regular minutes as presented.
I'll second.
It has been moved and seconded for the approval of the minutes for March 22nd, 2021 briefing minutes and April 13th, 2021 regular meeting minutes. Any polls or comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. Item number 8 is the approval of our action agenda. All items on the action agenda will be read to the public, and you will be given an opportunity to vote on it for one time with one vote. If somebody in the public would like to testify or has any comments they would like to make regarding any of the items, they'll be given an opportunity to take it off for a separate vote. If you just have a question regarding the issue, you'll be given that opportunity as well. So after I read this in, we'll give each of us the opportunity. I will read item number 8.1. Commissioner Trask, if you wouldn't mind reading 8.2 and 8.3, and Commissioner Schutte 8.4 and 8.5. Item number 8.1, approval of warrants and treasurer's electronic remittance clearing claims clearing fund, warrants number 8078968 through 8079425. The amount $1,391,563.67. Direct deposit fund, warrants number 76586 through 76979. The amount $751,751.72. Salary Clearing Fund, warrants number 7005843 through 7005878. The amount $1,048,607.80.
Item 8.2, approval of an order of sale allowing the Mason County Treasurer to schedule an online auction with bid for assets to sell certain tax title properties. Item 8.3, approval for the chair to sign the letter of intent to comply with the Washington State Department of Transportation Title VI Plan, the United States Department of Transportation Standard Title VI Non-Discrimination Assurances, and all related Title VI documents covering the reporting period from April 1st, 2020 to March 31st, 2021.
Mr. Chair, item 8.4, approval for the county engineer to submit the Highway Safety Improvement Program grant to WSDOT by April 30th, 2021 for safety improvements throughout Mason County, as well as approval to authorize the chair to sign all pertinent documents for the grant. And item 8.5, approval to delegate signature authority to Richard Dickinson and Justin Phelps to submit reports or documents for permitted county wastewater facilities.
Now that these items have been read into the record, does anybody has any questions that would help them decide whether to take it off for a separate vote? Anybody any questions, please unmute yourself and ask, give me your name so I can call on you. Hearing none, are there any items anybody would like taken off for a separate vote? Do the same, please unmute. Hearing none, commissioners, any items you'd like taken off for a separate vote?
Not for me.
Then I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of today's action agenda, items 8.1 through 8.5 as read.
I'll second.
It has been moved and seconded for the approval of the action agenda, items 8.1 through 8.5 as read. Any comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Excellent. So next up is item number 9, other business, department heads and elected officials. Are there any department heads or elected officials who would like to speak to the commission at this time? If so, please unmute yourself, make your name be known. Any elected officials? Hearing none, we'll move on to item number 10, which is our public hearings, and we have no public hearings set for this time. So item number 11, board calendars and reports. Commissioner Schutte, if you wouldn't mind leading us off, Commissioner Trask, and then I'll follow behind.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Going forward this week, after today's meeting, I'll be heading down to the Senior Center in Shelton and donating blood this morning with BloodWorks Northwest. And some of you may have seen the request that has gone out from BloodWorks Northwest. Our region has about a 24-hour supply of blood available. And so if you're able to and willing to go donate blood, I encourage people to learn more about it. It's really critical. Also have a meeting with SC Johnson and staff to talk about the pilot program in Shelton for recycling that SC Johnson has been working on. And I believe we have them in next week for a briefing, commissioners. So something to keep an eye out. It's a pretty cool program, a pretty good opportunity for Shelton, but also as a partner, I'm really interested in bringing that forward next week. Also have a MACECOM supervisor meeting this afternoon and evening. Going forward this week, meeting with Pierce Transit to talk about rural recovery from COVID. Also have a meeting of the Housing and Behavioral Health Advisory Board. I have a meeting with the EDC. My calendar said meeting with Kevin Schutte, and that's always kind of an odd thing to see, but I didn't put that in there. That was a calendar invite to meet with me. So it took me a second there. Going out next week to meet with a constituent in our planning department to talk about some of his issues out on his property, as well as a Mason Crisis Service System coordination meeting. Have a meeting with the Forest Service, talking about preparing for the upcoming tourist season and how to prepare for some of the issues that we saw last year up at Party Rock and up towards Cushman Staircase. Pretty intense situations there last year, and so I appreciate the Forest Service getting out in front of it and trying to be proactive with all of the local partners out in the Cushman area, in particular in the law enforcement side. I'll also be pitching in and helping with the canvassing board next Thursday and Friday. Always good to do that and work on certifying the election. I also have a meeting with the sheriff's office regarding a number of issues, including the behavioral health and navigator program. Then I have my biweekly check-in with BHASO to talk about all the work that they're doing. It was a pretty interesting session from the perspective of behavioral health and crisis response. Maybe Commissioner Trask will talk about some other issues that kind of wrapped up the session here. But on the behavioral health side, there were a couple of important bills that were passed. One is a bill to fund a 988 crisis response system in the state. This would see about $100 million injection of cash into the crisis response system, and of course, the state likes to divvy that all up by population, and so we'll see what that looks like as the state begins to build that program out. But it is a big shift in how crisis coordination and response will be happening in the state, and one of the largest investments in that program that we've seen. And so continuing to get some updates on that, as well as a meeting with the Army Corps of Engineers regarding the Skokomish Valley project ahead of our meeting on May 11th.
You're going to be busy. All right, so I have Community Action Committee meeting today. We've had several throughout, so those will probably continue. Meeting with the Sheriff's Office to talk about the cameras. Tomorrow, ask that everybody wear denim to show your support for our the victims of domestic violence. So wear jeans tomorrow, guys. It'll be a tough one, but I think we can all do it. Still have our EOC meetings every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we alternate through those, so that's pretty cool. Meeting with a couple of our great people here in Mason County. We've got many, Amy Cooper and Rachel Hansing. We're going to talk about things going forward throughout Mason County and through for Shelton. Meeting with Jennifer with the EDC. Thursday, a meeting with our Sheriff's Office regarding the jail. Chamber is having an event on Thursday, and we will have our infamous Loretta Swanson will be presenting at that meeting. There's a redistricting training. I'll be on that. DNR beneficiary meeting. Another meeting with Community Action Council. LSC, we will be having our wrap up for the legislature on this Friday. Looking forward to that. There are some bills that didn't make it through that could have helped counties, but there were some really nasty bills that didn't make it through that would have hurt our county. So pretty excited about that meeting. I'll give you a full wrap up after that. Also having a meeting with the city and several other folks regarding temporary encampments. Robin Lockwood's retirement party is also Friday. And then we have our county briefing on Monday, WASAC meeting at noon, an LTAC meeting. And then I'm going to take a road trip with Loretta and Public Works. the chamber is having a plant sale, so don't forget that one. Cinco de Mayo, we all know what to do on that day. And then I have Turning Point meetings, Council of Governments for AAA Area Agency on Aging, Public Works meeting on Friday that will be all day. And we're back here for Monday, our briefing, WASAC, and then Tuesday for our commission meeting.
Okay. Like you, Area Command, I met with some potential developers for a huge swath of land out there in Shelton, not owned by the city. Olympic Regional Clean Air Authority, Peninsula Regional Transportation Organization. We had our briefings. I had another meeting with ORCAA regarding their finance committee. Met with a group that is interested in perhaps doing some type of sports complex in the north end where they actually help to cover the costs. Mason County had a jail study meeting. Mason Transit Authority, North Mason Chamber of Commerce trustees. We have briefings again. A couple of executive sessions for possible potential litigation. North Mason Youth Sports meeting with all the people, all the sports entities that are nonprofit in North Mason. Coming up in the next week, we still have our area command again, Peninsula Regional Transportation Organization meeting again. Jennifer with the EDC Cemetery Board meeting, briefings, law enforcement officers and firefighters, ribbon cutting for a plant shop. I actually just went by there the other day. Another PRTPO meeting for bylaws, Mason Transit Authority regarding policy. WASAC, I may also be at the Robin Lockwood retirement briefings, and then we started all over again.
Commissioner, if I could add one thing I forgot to mention. Last week, we also had our RIA 14 meeting and subsequent vote on that plan. And just wanted to update the commission that I voted in support of the plan along with PUD 1, Mason Farm Bureau, the City of Shelton, Thurston County, and the Sierra Club. Unfortunately, that plan did not pass. It was not the most bodacious plan. I mean, it wasn't particularly remarkable in the sense that it gave everybody everything that they wanted, but it was a plan that there was a lot of give and take on. And it's unfortunate that it did not pass in the vote last week. The challenge that we're going to face now is that it will go to the Salmon Recovery Board, the Department of Ecology for review. And instead of us having an opportunity to implement a plan that was developed and approved locally, there's the potential that we will get a state developed plan put on RIA 14 here in Mason County. And so, as these RIA processes wrap up, I know we adopted the RIA 22 and 23 plan that showed a great collaborative approach between multiple partners. So we can do it. We know that we can do it, but we need to have more cooperation all around, I think, in order to get these plans through. But just wanted to let you know that that plan did not pass, and that there's likely to be more to come over the next several months as we figure out what the next steps are.
I will ditto exactly what Commissioner Schutte said in regards to 15, which was yesterday. For some reason, that didn't make it on my list either. But we went through the same process, the same thing. It was 12-6, and the plan did not pass. We'll be going through all the same issues as was just discussed. I know that there was a lot of hard work that went on, many, many, many hours. I don't know of any other county that actually sent commissioners like Mason County did. We took it as serious as you possibly could, and it still just didn't work. So hopefully now that we're in the mercy of somebody else, hopefully it still works out well for all of us. We'll see. Any other?
Yeah, the really, I think the disappointing part of it is that, we're often told how dire the circumstances are, how critical it is that we take action, how much more we need to be doing in order to, address climate change and, address water levels and water quality and all of these things, which are in themselves good. We want to do that work. I think it's important work for us locally and regionally, but we can't get there unless we adopt a plan. And what this does, what voting against this plan does, is sets us back months, if not years, as it goes back through the state process. And it limits our ability to go after funding for projects that would do exactly what we all think we need to do in order to provide stream flow restoration and offset some of the impacts of development. And so, just really, I think the other part, and I think commissioners, you'll agree with this, is just a real hat tip to Dave Wyndham and Kel Rowan and Alex Pacey and Marissa Watson and everybody over in our planning department. Tim Whitehead in the prosecutor's office for counsel on this, and it's unfortunate that 2.5 years of really critical staff time and taxpayer dollars resulted in yet another plan that was not adopted. And so we'll keep after it because the work is worthwhile, but boy, do we need partners.
Yeah. A hat tip, as you said, to our staff. We're pretty lucky, commissioners. We have a very, very well-versed, educated staff that knew what they were talking about when we were in those rooms. That really makes a difference. It really does. And we're able to see some things that others couldn't see.
I appreciate what you guys have done in the multiple hours spent by our staff and by both of you. Truly appreciate it. A lot of work to do, but you guys did a great job. Thank you.
I appreciate it. We had 5 and 6 hours Zoom meetings. It was tough. Sometimes, twice even in a week. It was tough. All right. Is there anything else to come before the body? Then I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move we adjourn.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. Here, no objection. We are adjourned. Have a great one, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.